Hi, everyone. How are you guys doing today? Hi, Anil. Hi, Saketh. Hi, Don.
Hey Laura, I'm
Hello.
good. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Saketh, it's nice to meet you. Do you want to introduce yourself to everyone?
Well, this is getting recorded. The moment I logged in, it's already started recording.
Did it? Good.
Yeah.
It's
Good.
supposed to. It's supposed to record us.
Okay.
Is that a problem, Anil?
Good morning.
So I was like surprised. Okay, as that something because Zoom is integrating with some of the AI on all that. By default, is it recording because it changes the uh, voice to text, transcribe, and send out a report after the call to the host. So whether that has already kicked in, where even though the host is not dialed in, it automatically starts everything.
Yeah. Well, no, it's we set that up. We configured the meeting to have the recording on it because it's just for in case we want to take notes on it or use the notes from it. So it's not if it's bothering you, just let Paul know. Is he
No, I was just curious.
yeah. No, we set it up on purpose.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, good
Yeah.
to know.
No, it doesn't automatically do that. You have to configure Zoom for different things. Like
Okay.
when Paul pops in, he will show up as the host and he will be the host. I'm not the host of this meeting, but I scheduled this meeting and I run this meeting, so. But
Okay.
Paul configured it as the host. One of the things, and speaking of the devil,
Is it-
that Paul configured was for us to have this meeting automatically record when you pop in.
Okay.
So Saketh, thank you for joining. Don, it's good to see you. Paul, good morning. Marcia, good morning.
Good morning.
Anil, always a pleasure to see you. It sounds, I get the feeling that you are here to talk about the Marvell CN 106s that we have in the lab.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Saketh, we wanted to make sure you and the other interns joined this call because we have projects that we want you and the other folks to work on. But we probably should talk about some of those today. I'm gonna hop into our issues list real quick. And Anil, is there any new information that you want to make sure we cover today or anything that's top of mind for you?
I don't have much. The only good update, thanks to Marcia, me and Rahul had a dig at the setup remotely, logging into Arista, and we checked, okay, the FEC is enabled. That's why the OPA lab GPU wasn't able to link up. So yesterday we got the link up, but we couldn't get an IP.
You couldn't get an IP address? I didn't hear you cut off. I'm sorry, Anil. Are you still there?
Hey Laura, Rahul here. Yeah, we didn't get the IP address. I was just going through the files and maybe the DHCP configuration file, the MAC address was not there. So I've sent a pull request to the new MAC address.
Wait. You are trying to get an IP on the 100 gig interface or on the management interface?
100 gig.
Yeah, on the 100 gig, you're not gonna get an IP. So the ACP server is for management, and you're gonna get an IP over the 1 gig interface. For 100 gig, the test, when you run the test configures whatever IP, MAC, depending, I don't know, if it's a storage test, configure something, if it's a, I don't know, Rocket, whatever it is, everybody with its own. So the 100 gig link is for test, and the test configures whatever they want. The ACP gives you just management on the 1 gig interface.
Oh, got it.
So they need to assign a static IP then to it during whatever test they run?
Yeah, well, the person that writes the test is responsible to configure the test, the whole, everything to work properly.
Yeah, got it. And is there a listing of the IPs that are used by other devices so there's not a conflict?
now because the management switch, the 1 gig switch, and the 100 gig test switch are different switches. So, for example, if you take Marvel card, you can put in the switch VLAN 27 or something and make your own test, go only through your 2 ports or whatever, and somebody can have same IPs on Bluefield card, and they can use VLAN something else.
Got it.
Yeah, there shouldn't be any no conflict. And yeah,
Got it.
and the last resort will be the Mac. The Mac should be unique, and the switch should learn the Mac, and they shouldn't forward it with the wrong Mac.
Yep.
So
Rahul, does that make sense? You will need to use a static IP then, it sounds like.
but Rahul, are you planning to do any tests? This is what I'm saying. 100 gig is the responsibility of whoever writes the test.
Which test is? I mean, I'm not able to understand.
Then
what test
it's
is.
not your concern. See, if you don't have a test in mind, then you don't need to worry about it. The only thing is the link is up. That's all we have to do. And now whoever writes the test is gonna take responsibility to configure whatever they want to test.
Were you Rahul and Neil wanting to do some manual testing to figure out what automated test you needed to run? Was that the intent, to run some manual testing and play around with it to figure out how to write a automated test?
Yeah, and then I mean, then enable the. Yeah, basically start with that. Yes.
Yeah. So it sounds like you'll have to initially give the card a static IP address and make that part of whatever automated test Ansible playbook that ends up being written for this card. And so as you write your manual test plan that we would give to someone to convert that to an Ansible playbook, you'll have to, that'll be one of the steps, is setting the IP addresses on the 100 gig ports. And it's probably even going to be setting the VLAN on the switch ports on the Arista switch. I think it's Arista, and so on and so forth. So you'll have to detail what all of those steps are so that whoever writes the automated test can take those steps and use them as a basis for automation.
Got it.
A question: does the 1 gig interface has an IP? The management, so the scripts can connect to the card and configure the 100 gig?
No, so in this card also the management port is not working. I mean, the link is up, but you cannot SSH or do anything. So it's a hardware issue. So we are working on it. So the management port will not work.
So it'll be.
Oh, I see. So this is like temporary source. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think similar thing I did for the previous card. I actually put a static IP manually in the card on the 100 gig port because the 1 gig was not working, and then I went on a different machine that has a public IP, whatever, a management IP, and I put on that 100 gig interface also an IP that was matching the 100 gig from the, and then in SSH, when you do SSH, you can do -J, which is like jump host, and you say, I want to connect to 192.168.0.3 through jump host 172.22, which is the other DPU or NIC and so on. But that was just temporary to prove that it works, which we proven already with the previous card. So now it's just a matter of waiting for the fix. I would say you don't need to do that anymore. Like I said, that was already proven that works, and now we just need a fix for management, so management can get an IP in 172.22 network.
Understood. That makes sense also. Okay. Sounds good.
All right, do you guys want to dive into our issues that we need to cover? Okay, then I'll just do it. Are there any other questions about that, Rahul or Anil?
No, I think I'm good. I'll just maybe try to do some experiments with 100 gig manually, but yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Okay. All right, so let's start hopping in. I don't think Boris is here today. Merge duplicated IP definitions in many places. This one is for Boris and Mersha. Did this get started, Mersha? Do you know?
No, it's just paperwork.
It's just paperwork. All right.
Yeah.
We need to start doing prep work for OCP. This is kind of a me and Boris activity. Probably Paul. Yeah, it's me. It's actually me, Boris, Paul, and Mersha. Mersha and Paul, do you guys know what we should be asking Sakath and the other folks all the other new folks that have joined about how to help us in this space, or is this something where we're bringing them up to speed? What's your take on this?
I mean, if they are ready with anything, we could demo those at OCP, make a demo recording and so on. What other help?
Well, there's a bunch of lab work that we were going to assign to the folks that have been brought in as interns, which is why we wanted all three of them to join this meeting on a consistent basis. I'm wondering if it's a bad time for everyone, if that's why they're not showing up, besides Sakath, or if there's a different reason. Yeah, so there's Sakath.
Yeah, so
Gosh.
if there is there's automation for some of the demo work that we want to have done.
Right.
If it's not there, someone needs to write a set of requirements, steps, and then we need to have whoever's working on the Ansible work to build that Ansible playbook so that it can be used as a basis for a demo. Push the button and then it does its work and you can watch it happening.
So Sakath,
That would
Sakath, are you the person that's doing the work for the Ansible playbook?
Yes, Laura.
Okay. So, have you started looking at any of this? Have you been in a position to look at any of this? Has Boris provided you any information? What's the status of this work?
Yeah. So I had a call with Boris last week, and he has taken me through the open issues on Ansible. I think that's a different Git repository that Boris has shown me, but uh, I don't think it's this one. I think it's OPI Lab Ansible,
Yes,
wherein
but
he opened a couple of.
yeah, but we do need this one tracked as well because this feeds into the POC working group. So the two tie to each.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. And yeah, I've been going through the issues that were open. And currently I'm working on writing the Ansible script for updating the firmware on the Sudendo and the Marvel.
okay.
Okay, can you provide me a link to that content so I can associate it with this?
Uh, uh, you mean which content? Like the open issues on the lab report?
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay, sure. Just a minute.
Thank you, Sakath. I appreciate it.
Uh, I just put it in the chat, in the meeting chat.
That's great. Works perfectly.
I'm not sure if this is the right place, but I wanted to know, is there a way to get the SSH password so that I can connect to the instances?
Marcia? I think that one's for you or Paul.
Yeah, one moment.
I saw a link to the one password thing in the repo, but when I hit that, it is asking for a secret key that must be shared with you. Like it's mentioning that over the screen, but I don't have a secret key for that.
Got it. I think want to do that. So Keth, I will direct message you.
Mhm.
In Slack, I believe that is the root password for all of the devices, and you can use that. I did talk to Boris, and he did not want to give out the secret key to the OPI. So I don't know if there's a way to give you like non-admin rights to it without getting the secret key. I'm not certain about how to do that. So in the meantime, that is the password that I've seen on just about everything. Some of them, it will either be that password I sent you or that password I sent you without the trailing asterisks. So it seems to be one of the two.
Okay.
And that
And
should allow you to
if you find it without asterisks, if you can update it with the one with the asterisks, will be great. I'm trying to update everywhere with the asterisks, whatever I find.
Okay. And if you do update one, let me know, and then I can update it in 1Password.
Okay. So I started looking through. Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to ask one more question. Paul, you said that Boris didn't wanted to give out the secret key, right? And you shared the root password. So is it fine if if I go ahead and test my scripts with this, or is it good to have like to create another user with maybe less rights?
I
Because
think
I don't want to mess up anything that's already
I know.
working.
Everything is set to root. I don't know that there are separate users.
Okay.
Yeah, so the way it goes, you do not put a password in any script. Actually, from the server that runs the script, that has SSH keys to all other servers installed already. So you can SSH without the password from the server that runs the CI. So it should work. And yeah, don't put passwords in clear in the script.
Okay, got it.
And we have some samples of scripts that work in CI. If you don't find it, just ping me and I'll send you the link. It's somewhere in demos, tgen, and there is a Python script that's already being run in CI. If you look at CI, you can see the script. So if you see how
sure.
we connect to other servers. And if it doesn't connect to one of them because it's missing the SSH key, just ping me and I'll add it.
Okay, sure, got it.
Okay. So questions for you, Marcia and Paul, since we don't have Boris on here. I know that Mohammed and Saket are working on well, I believe that Mohammed is working on the OTel stuff, and Saket, you are working on the Ansible stuff, correct?
Yes, I'm working on Ansible.
Yeah, and Mohammed is working on hotel, and Mohammed, thanks for joining. Do we have any hotel related action items in here at this point in time? I don't think we do we?
Not in the POC group. I think there are some issues in the, let me go look. Issues. There's a couple Grafana.
Mhm.
There's a telegraph, semaphore. Yeah, so there are a few that are related to hotel.
Okay.
And I think that's on the same issues list that Zach sent to you. I think I'm looking at the same thing. Lab issues, yes.
Oh, did you dive into the actual link?
What's that?
Did you dive into the
Yeah,
link?
I went and looked at that link, and actually I went and looked it up myself, but
Got it. I see it. Can you guys see it?
yep, those.
Yeah. So I think the ask from Boris was for there to be some crossover between the work that he's doing and also making sure that we're supporting in this space, the work that we're asking of Saketh and Bhupesh and Mohammed. So I want to make sure that anything that needs to happen that's lab related for them and for us is tracked on this side of the house, or a POC related is tracked on this side of the house. So I'm not sure how we want to coordinate that. We should probably discuss that. Obviously, we would be putting issues in our issue list, but we don't want to overkill and do the same work in two places, but we also probably do have overlap where we need to find out what stuff is explicitly POC related. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay, so any thoughts about that? Anything we should be like tracking immediately besides Ansible specific stuff that we've already covered?
I don't think so. Not in this group.
Okay, all right. So then I'm going to keep going through the task list. Where are we at with the IPsec demo on Mount Evans? I'm sure the Mount Evans card is posing challenges, so I'm going to assume that we haven't made much progress there. Is that correct, Marsha?
No, although the person from Intel came back from vacations, they had other fires to fight before helping us. But we are trying to use Bluefield 2.
Okay.
Hopefully, you're not clashing with anyone. And just do it on Bluefield 2. It's the same. It's just a hardware configuration is different, but traffic-wise, IP-wise, everything it's the same for both. So we're gonna just do it on Bluefield 2 for now, so we can add it to the CI. And I think we will run into some issues on our side, so we are working through that. And I have a teammate, Vinod, that is doing all the work, so it doesn't ping on me. And I think already gave him VPN access and everything.
Yep.
Okay. And is the same true for the EVPN work?
I saw some work being done there and a PR made in that repo. Laura, one of the things that's happening is this TSC is trying to make a determination on how and where a PR like that should be accepted.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's
Okay, yeah, because there's probably there are a bunch of cross team asks for hardware, I'm sure. Okay, so for SCTP, I think we need to make sure that I think it's Bhupesh gets pulled in next week because we have a bunch of SCTP activities. And I think it's Bhupesh. Yeah. Yeah, it's Bhupesh. Okay. EVPN define lab demos for road shows. This is you and me, Marsha. We have the demos. They exist. I think we just need to start prepping for OCP, right?
Correct. If it's just videos playing on a screen, we have a few. We can add more. If it's
Yes.
about having something physical on a show floors, then yeah, the
No, I
full
think
report more.
it's going to be videos. So if we're still trying to figure out if we get an Intel or ARM are willing to give us space at a booth to show the videos like we've done in the past. And if they do, then we'll just need the videos to kind of like we did last time, put them
Yeah.
on a USB stick and let them rotate through. Like we did at the One Summit.
Got it. Do you want to be doing any other presentations talking about OPI at all, or is that something that's going to come out of one of the companies that's?
I think it'll be discussions and that sort of thing. Just no real presentations or anything to be given.
Dates on this, October 15th or 17th. We should probably start doing travel planning for that as well. All right,
Mhm.
and do we need to request any kind of I guess if we get sort of a sponsor for that, we'll end up working with them to find out if we can get discounts on tickets, right?
Correct. Yeah, I've got my ticket because I'm presenting. So, or at least I think I'm presenting. I've got they've provisionally accepted our presentation. The caveat is they want to review the draft presentation before they say yes. So I will. Derek and I from ARM have a session, I think on Friday, where we're going to go over that deck and submit it so they can review it.
Okay. Let me know what help you need.
We'll have that done by the section about OPI and what I'll be delivering is the whole session's 20 minutes. So I'll get 3 to 5 minutes, 2 slides. And I've got those already. So from other presentations, I just need to slip them into the overall deck that we're delivering.
But Kath, have you not been added to this project? So Kath and Mohammed, have you not been added to the POC dev working group?
I guess no.
Okay, get that taken care of. All right, manual instructions for card bring up to create an automation workflow. Boris, this is you. I'm sorry, Marcia, this is you and Boris.
I've also got a workflow documentation that I started writing for
Oh, that's right.
Intel card.
Oh, look, you're in there too.
I
Look at
am.
you.
So yes, I've got a Word doc that at least gets you through a card running. It doesn't do anything yet, but I've got a workflow that works to get the card up and running. It does not include getting a custom operating system on the card yet, nor I just started writing the Redfish
Got it.
section. I have a troubleshooting session with Intel tomorrow.
Great. How about the Marvell cards? Do you have a document started for this?
Yes, I do. I have another document started for that. Based off the documentation that Hawkeye sent me. Again, I got as far as the card gets an IP address, but on the management port, but you can't SSH to it. So that's about where I stopped. I haven't done much more with it. I know Scott Wood is working with the Marvell team on getting an application running on the card.
Okay.
So getting an operating system and then something other than that build root system they have now. Something with a.
Okay, and then I'm just gonna assume nothing's going on with the Pensando.
I haven't done anything with Pensando, so
Have we gotten the firmware for the Marvell card? Does anybody know? The new firmware?
it depends on when this was written. We did get a new Marvell card. It got farther, but I think we either need another firmware, a workaround, or a respun card. I'm not sure which. We haven't figured that one out yet. I think that's one of the things Anil and Rahul are trying to work on.
Got it.
Is
Yeah.
figuring that out.
Got it. I'm gonna add Anil and Rahul to this, unless, I don't know if Anil's in here, you're not. I'm gonna add
You can
Rahul.
put it on me.
Okay. Okay, IPsec demo for the BF3, we talked about that. Automate the IPsec demo, is
That
that,
would be after doing the demo. So
and then monitor all lab resources in Grafana. This is a Boris spectacle. And then SCTP for all the cards. I'm assuming that that's something that's being worked between Boris and Bhupesh.
yes.
All right. And I'm pretty sure that the Pensando card's not getting any love on this one. Okay, demo of Nginx on Dell server with Mount Evans running. I'm assuming we're showing that off at OCP.
Yes, we've already got that demo. I could show what we've got, or if I get farther with the new version, I can show that. So I will either use the existing one or provide an updated one. Haven't determined that yet.
Okay, I'm gonna move this to done. Is that okay? Are you good with that? Paul?
Yes.
Automate Mount Evans with Nginx bring up, that's probably still in progress, and then document the manual steps to bring up Mount Evans with Nginx. This is likely still in progress, correct?
Yes, in progress.
I'm gonna leave these two of them. All right, that's everything that we have on our issue list for the day. Is there anything that you guys want to add or that we need to add?
No. Thank. So at this time,
Okay. Anybody else? I'm going once.
Mersha, is the Bluefield 3 installed in a server and functioning?
Marsha has
We got that
off
question
the
from the
call.
TSC.
Marsha's not on the call anymore.
Oh, he dropped. Okay, I'll have to ask him.
Okay. All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Take care. Thanks for joining, Saket. We appreciate it. Thanks for joining, Mohammed. We appreciate it. Nice to see you, Don.
All right. Talk to y'all later.
Talk to you
Talk
soon.
to you later.
Bye.
Later.
Yeah, thank you.